joining us now, Senator Roger Marshall. He serves on Senate Health, Senate Homeland Security, Budget, and Agriculture. He's a very busy senator. Thanks for joining us, Senator. It's good to see you again. Okay, Senator, this is one of those stories that just feels so over the top that you're like, it doesn't feel like it's registering yet in the media. So we just want to make sure we get this right. You personally hired a federal investigator, Diane Cutler. She looked through 50,000 pages of documents. She found potentially tens of millions of dollars in overpayments of U.S. taxpayer money, research grants to China's Wuhan labs, that they double billed. Is that all true?
Yeah, Elizabeth, it absolutely is. I've reviewed all those documents multiple times. So essentially, what happens here is EcoHealth is a non-government entity that collates money from around the world, from the U.S. government, and then used it to fund gain-of-function research in Wuhan, China. And what we found is not only was the USAID paying for the grant, but additionally NIH was paying for exactly the same grant, the same scientists, working with scientists from China who were working with the Chinese military.
So
it's that simple.
Why weren't they checking with each other?
Well, that's a great question, but they were even more blatant than that. EcoHealth literally lied to the NIH. They asked them about this. Aren't you getting some type of funding for this already? And they said, no, that grant ended, but actually they had a part 2 ready to go as well. So I think it was blatant deceit and horrible use of taxpayer dollars.
Well, can EcoHealth be prosecuted?
You know, absolutely, and I'm very confident right now that the USAID Office of Inspector General is working up a case against them. We sure hope the FBI will join them as well. We think the FBI has more information. Obviously, the FBI was the first government agency to say this virus most likely leaked from a laboratory in Wuhan as well. So I think working together, we can prosecute the case.
So you're breaking news on the Evening Edit right now. But does this include the Wuhan, China laboratory, where the origin of the coronavirus pandemic may be? I mean, does it include that lab too, the Virology Institute in Wuhan?
Absolutely. So again, EcoHealth got $122 million from 10 different agencies within the federal government.
Wait, say that again. 122. Dating back since when through when? $122 million bucks to EcoHealth? Right. Dating back to when?
That would have been from 2002 to 2020. And then portions of that, probably tens of millions of dollars, were used at the Wuhan lab. But we need to see those. And EcoHealth is out of compliance with their grants, and we're still giving them more grants. EcoHealth should be sharing those grants with us. They should be sharing the DNA that they worked with China in that Wuhan lab as well. And that's where we would find the origins of COVID.